Hey guys, Carbonell DotA 6K MMR coach here. In this video, I think this is going to be a cool concept where I'm going to show you what techniques that Immortal players use that low MMR players really don't use that well or that often, that really snowball a game and do it at the Immortal level that just really prevents any counterplay. Right now, we're going to be up about 4K at 12 minutes. That's where I'm going to start these concepts, and we're going to look at how this game goes from 3-9 to at the end 34-7. So we just take over the game from this point onward, and we're going to look at a lot of techniques that help us do that. So let's get into these 7 techniques that Immortal players are using. Alright, tip number 1, holding your TPs. I died in that fight you saw in the intro. I have my TP up, and I want to go back out on the map. It is so important that if nothing is happening, that you don't TP. Cannot overemphasize how important this is. I bring it up in my coaching sessions all the time. So I walk bottom. There's no huge wave for me to get. Sometimes you want to TP if there's a huge wave coming. There's nothing happening anywhere else. My Jakiro actually kind of just messed this up. He died too, and he TP'd bottom. So he doesn't have a TP ready if something happens somewhere else. I walk bottom. Nothing super urgent's happening. Keeping my eye on what's going on the map. All of a sudden I see my Kunkka getting gun on. And I'm like, I can help here. I've got my ult. Feeling strong. So I TP in. Instantly go in. Use my full combo. Get a nice double stun. You know, our Kunkka dies, but they use Doom. My Dazzle, rotates. Jakiro's still not here because he didn't have a TP. And this just turns into us getting a huge stomp. Jakiro finally does connect. This Visage is a core on their team. And I turn it into a triple kill for me. And this is just something that increases your lead. And this only happens because I was walking out of base without a TP. And if you're not doing this, you need to start doing it. Just 100%. This triple kill doesn't happen. Our mid just dies for free if I don't have a TP up there. So that's tip number 1. Hold your TPs when coming out of base after the laning phase. It's so important. Alright, tip number 2 that Immortal players do to give themselves a really good game and snowball a game is they're always looking for the next best play. So this is the conclusion of that play I just talked about at 13 minutes. Me, Dazzle, Jakiro are all here. They've just dove. They killed our mid. They have 3 dead. We see Wraith King bottom. My Jakiro immediately smokes us, and we immediately run bottom. This kind of urgency and speed at which this play happens is what makes this play work. So this Wraith King gets collapsed on. AM's chasing him, and we're connecting. This Wraith King cannot run away. I don't know if he has a TP up. I don't think AM can always cancel, and we catch the Wraith King here. If Jakiro doesn't smoke us, this is not a free kill on their carry. This is just turning like one good play that we had made mid, into maybe some tower pressure, but getting a kill on the carry who's in the wrong part of the map is obviously just a huge win. So looking for the next play and executing it super cleanly and crisply is something that Immortal players do at least somewhat consistently and really helps snowball this game. I mean, 6K advantage. It's been 2 minutes, 6K advantage down from 4K. Alright, this next play I'm going to talk about is going to be what happens after this current fight that you're watching is over, and it is connecting to side lane ganks. So, what I'm talking about here is always keeping your eye on heroes on their team that are like split pushing and are maybe too far up. So right now, you see their Doom. His team's losing a fight mid. He's doing the right thing. He's going to the nearest side lane. He's going to push it out. So this Doom is doing something correct. My team wins this fight mid, and I start walking bottom because I want to be down there anyways. And my Kunkka TPs. Kunkka sees this as well, so this is a play between me and Kunkka that really sets up. So this only happens because I immediately start rotating bottom. Kunkka gets the initiation, whiffs his boat, but it doesn't matter because I'm here. And if I'm not here, we don't get this kill. So these connecting on these side lane kills, usually this is any hero that offers any sort of kill threat assistance. That's my cat. Any hero that offers any sort of kill threat assistance, combining with another hero who has some sort of catch. Usually the hero with catch has to go first. So in this case, it was the Kunkka, kind of slowed the Doom down. And then I was able to catch up and provide the damage and stun to finish him off. And these plays are super important. Just make sure the enemy doesn't get enough out of the map that they need to. So 17 minutes in now, 9k lead. Okay, so for this concept, I want to talk about finding the next kill. This is that kill you saw earlier where I connected with my Kunkka to kill this Doom. their Bane starts showing on a ward, so I immediately run towards the ward and connect with my support. This type of urgency and playing around your own vision and finding this next kill is what snowballs these games. Just, playing casual, if I had started jungling or something, it just doesn't cut it. You want to be good, you want to be Immortal level, look for that next kill, play off your vision. This was not like some crazy, insane play I made. I just saw this Bane showing under our ward after we just had won a team fight and then killed the Doom. So, like, he's probably alone, and it's just another free pickoff, and it just makes the map feel so oppressive for them. They walk into their jungle, they die. They split push, they die. So this is something you do as an Immortal player to keep snowballing the game in your favor. 18 minutes, 10k lead. This is another example of finding the next kill. So again, this Bane respawns, walks into their jungle. He's going to die. And we're just going to chain these kills together. Go on this Doom. Maybe didn't even need to use the ult. But in the meantime, my team is collapsing. And we are catching all of these heroes. I don't even know what they think they're doing here. But we punish it and just chain all these kills together. This is something my team as a whole just did really well here. Is just find the next kill. And make sure you're not just getting one pick off when you could get 4, And this is incumbent on the enemy team to not react properly, but this is a 6.5k average game, and it's happening here, so it's going to happen in your games too. Alright, and here is the next example of going for the next kill. So this team fight breaks out. It doesn't go amazing for our team. Our AM's going to die here, but this is a really good example of, finding the next right kill. We kill the Doom. I was hitting this Visage, and I'm like, I'm not going to kill this guy. And so I focus down this Wraith Pact, but I'm looking at what else happens, and, there's a Wraith King running away, and it's just having this, instinct to find that next kill. This isn't some crazy genius play, right? I chased their carry. But just being really aggressive about this is what, makes these plays happen, makes them happen faster. I didn't chase that low HP Visage. I looked for where I could have an impact. That's with 2 other heroes that were on my team, so chasing somebody else, and made the decision to join that play instead of pointlessly wasting time chasing the Visage. This next concept I want to talk about that Immortal players will do that your low MMR players don't do is pushing in side lanes when you can't be at a fight your team's at. I'm down here pushing in bottom lane. There's no real objective that we're ready to take. Roshan will be the next objective. We're not quite ready to take it yet. So I'm just down here pushing in bottom, and my team has decided to start playing on other parts of the map, pressure the tier 1 top. This is something you can do when you're 15k ahead. You can spread out. But what happens here is the enemy decides to contest. They see me in this lane, and they know that AM had just almost died, so they're fighting my team. I cannot be there. There's no tower for me to TP to. So the next best thing I can do is just split push this wave in. So now I'm a Sand King at 21 minutes, and I'm just going to sit and clear these waves and hit their T3. I keep my eye on this fight, and what happens is our Jakiro dies first, but it gets closer to our own towers, and it becomes available for me to TP to. And I'm like, alright, I'll show up to this. It's close enough so I can TP into and have an impact, which is way different than seeing a fight break out here, which is what had happened, and then trying to react by TPing to the outpost, and instead just not pushing out the other lanes. So I think what I had done prior to this fight happening was really good, and just sets up our team for success, gets me 2 extra creep waves, etc. So that's something you can do that non-Immortal players just do not do that well. They never push out those extra lanes while a fight's happening elsewhere. Alright, for this next concept I want to talk about, it's playing the right part of the map. So this is the Bane kill we got earlier. Notice Jakiro is pushing out top, the dead lane. He doesn't stay there that long. So focus on the mini-map here. Jakiro's pushing out top a little bit. I'm going to fast forward. Me and Dazzle are going to play down in this bottom lane, and we're going to keep it pushed in. This is the aggressive part of the map, the enemy's jungle. So the Jakiro pushed out bottom a little bit. He didn't walk down the lane bottom. That's your own dead lane. You don't want to do that. He pushes out mid. So focus on the Jakiro here. And then he looks to connect bottom with the rest of his team after pushing out mid. Meanwhile, me and Dazzle are pushing out bottom. We're not actively looking for a kill. This is setting up the map effectively, and it's just so efficient. Our position 5 spent a little bit of time pushing in top so that our Kunkka didn't have to deal with it. Then he pushed in mid so nobody has to deal with it. And then he connects straight to our team. This allows Kunkka, who's a good player, to walk mid either to push it out or to connect to his team. Lo and behold, this is the fight where we just chain together 4 kills. you know, in the best part of the map near an objective we could take. And this happened because the map was set up properly and everybody on the team was doing their jobs in terms of pushing in lanes beforehand and getting the map to a place where it looks like this. We're taking a fight with bottom pushed in all the way, top, there are no creeps dying to our tower, and mid is in a good spot as well. So setting up the map correctly is something that you need to do if you want to make it to Immortal. The next example of playing the right part of the map. Before I talked about playing bottom and playing aggressively in the enemy's jungle. That was when they still had their tier 2 up, and before we were considering taking Roshan. Our team won that fight that happened around our top jungle, and we chased that Wraith King kill down, and now Roshan is the play. We're waiting for our AM to respawn, and so notice how our team focuses on the lanes that matter for Roshan now. This just naturally happens. We pushed in, our Kunkka had pushed in top, I walked to push in mid, our Kunkka's going to push in top again. Our objective is obviously Roshan. We are playing in the part of the map where Roshan matters, and notice how at this point, no one cares that much about what's happening bottom anymore. If Roshan is the only thing you care about, you will play in this part of the map. If you're playing down here, especially if you don't have a TB or something, you obviously do not care about taking Roshan. And it's playing here that sets up this next kill. You know, this guy is a good carry player, 6k MMR, and he just TP'd with no vision on the map at all to his own, you know, freaking off-lane tier 2 tower, giving him no options. And me and Kunkka, because we care about Roshan, are playing in the right part of the map. And we're like, hey, didn't this guy just die a minute ago? He doesn't have his ult up. Easy follow-up kill. And this happens because we're playing the map correctly for Roshan. Alright, example number 3 of playing the right part of the map. We take this Roshan and we immediately collapse the map. What does that look like, collapsing the map? Let me show you. AM goes to push top. Somebody needs to go push top. AM does it. So I TP bottom, and look at the arrows I draw. I say, guys, I'm going to go bottom, push it in. You guys sweep their jungle, kill anybody who's there, get mid pushed in all the way. Whoever on your team is most mobile looks to go top. That's kind of why I like to go do it, because I'm a Sand King with Blink bots. I am very mobile this game, but obviously not as mobile as our AM. So our AM chooses to do that. I TP bottom as the second most mobile hero on the team, push it in, and the rest of our team, Kunkka, Dazzle, Jakiro, are going to do what I suggest here. They're going to kind of sweep into the jungle here, clear it out, and meanwhile push in mid. And this pushes in all 3 lanes while we are very strong and just completely collapses the map, which leads to some good dividends, as we'll see. So let's speed it up. You can see they're putting down some good vision on our team. Jakiro's going to keep mid pushed in for our team. I'm pushing in bottom. It can only be in their triangle or in their base. This corrals them, so you know where they are, and this lets you make like good plays. And collapsing the map continues here. I see this Nature's Prophet TP in, and I ping him out. So AM TP's in. I clear this next wave anyways, you know, I'm not in a hurry. We're collapsing the map still. Our team is making space mid, starting a play. And I look to connect with my AM here. I'm like, well, I don't know what my team's doing. Maybe that's not going to go well. I secure this kill on the Nature's Prophet. And this leads in to the next concept I want to talk about anyways, of looking for the next kill. Going back to that same concept from before. All I do is I stun this Prophet. I know AM can clean it up. I am not concerned about getting the last right click or anything. I immediately look to join my team. And it's because I TP in right away that this fight ends up going well. I get nightmared here, but my teammate clears it off me, and we get these extra like 3 kills here. The Wraith King lost his ult, he didn't die again. But we get these extra 2 kills because I immediately looked for that next kill. And this is all a result of us collapsing the map. Look at top lane, it's pushed in all the way. Mid lane is now pushed in all the way. Bottom lane pushed in all the way. This is how you set up the map like an Immortal player. Everybody on our team kind of had to do the right thing. But when we do, this is what it looks like. So I hope you guys like this video. This game's closing out here. We end the game. Hopefully you can see how Immortal players really look to press their advantage and how they use these different techniques I talked about to snowball games, and you can start adapting them in your own games. This is a 6.5k average game. I feel like my team played at least a 7k minimum level, and the reason I say this is because 7k players are not crazy better than 6k players. They just do everything right more consistently and faster. The way that my team played this game, we were all on the same page, which doesn't always happen in pubs, but you know, pretty much everyone was doing the right thing all the time. You know, I am not a 10K player, so I can't say this for sure, but I honestly think that our team played this at minimum like 7.5K level. This is just what good Dota looks like. I'm not saying we played perfect, but, you know, this is what leads to this crazy kill score and this crazy snowballing, and it just felt easy for our team, and it's because everyone did the right thing almost the whole time, and we hammered in these, like, Immortal concepts and did them really well, and really just did not give the other team any breathing room. So hope you like this video. If you have any questions, let me know, or let me know if you'd want to see something like this in the future.